call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and you're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Bulldogs' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ware. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Georgia Southern's offense will go on the attack first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And that ball's free behind the line. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run play action. Now sliding to his left. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Thurman. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Power football with the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Let's talk for a second about Georgia Southern. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down. And he's not going to be able to convert. Not down, just inches shy of the 1st down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. The Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Guys, let's look at the big picture for Georgia Southern. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got it, breaks into the open. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Eagles with the 1st and 10. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Breaks the tackle. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia's offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the...
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experiences, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Grabbed behind the line. It's Frazier. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has the 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Powers through the defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Looking for space, it's Maddox. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Caught close to the marker, it's Thurman. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. A nice play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Dallas. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The play action fake. Scrambling away. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the left. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Now on the option. Makes his man miss. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitchman in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Ware. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain and some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Send the tight end in motion. Trying play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back. And
he's going to fire deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Leaves it with the back. Jukes his way for more. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. There he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. I mean, he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Coming out with it, it's Ware. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Pressure coming. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
What a throw on 1st down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise defense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Eagles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Dumps it to the back. That's caught. It's Maddox. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Caught behind the line. It's Maddox. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Got his man in the middle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
A nice catch. Way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Grab behind the line. It's Frazier. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Corner's going to give them room. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Here's a heat. Looking deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you're hanging up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man. It's Thurman. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they...
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. The Eagles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Got a man, it's Frazier. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And on 1st down, they sent the field goal team out, I guess hoping to cause confusion and delay and some type of befuddlement. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability.
Turning it on! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Dead center perfect. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it out. It's Ware. He's got great speed. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. He'll pull it on the read. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on it.
Breaks into the open. Gives him the big stiff arm. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. And the Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll give it to the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if they want to take the next step.
He's loose. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game-changer.
Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the heat. Runs through the tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Practice these moments as a defense but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the... The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. These guys just took a punch. Now we'll see if they can deliver one, Jesse.
Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a dogfight here in the second half all of a sudden. So let's see what this offense has. Let's see who can step up here and make a play.
And I'm not concerned about the other offense. Just do you. Do what you've done to be successful throughout this game.
The Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. Buys a little time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback moving. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Now from inside the red zone. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
He wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The Eagles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's looking to throw. Under fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And that one will put him up here in the second half. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Running into the open space. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
A waste of time.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try the run. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. On the option. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Well, that's a huge kick right there, because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have. The ball's free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Motion from the wideout. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Had to throw it before he wanted. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. Tight end now in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Georgia Southern brings on the punt. Oh, it's a fake. And it works if he can get the first down. And the The tackle was made, but that fake worked to perfection to pick up the first down.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap into the up back, completing the pass.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Fitted in the window for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Coastal Carolina. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. 10. Touchdown, Dogs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Here's the handoff. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Dallas. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. To the air, it's Stockton. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to...
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within one possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what we practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help them too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give them some easy throws.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Play fake on 1st down, lost the throw. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes the offense are hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Stockton. It's complete on the right side. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Right on the money. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Turning it on. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll go to the air on second and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. They'll throw on third and short. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for two? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
He'll bring it out. It's Ware. Makes a move. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll start this drive going to the air, using his feet to buy time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Kane. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. The Eagles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. The short hands, it's Anderson. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They go to the ground. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And the offense right now, I think, just trying to set the football up into a place where their kicker likes it. Running to the left-hand side, you've got an opportunity here to win this game late. So you're just really positioning the football into a place, into a hash that your kicker likes to try and go get the win.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's what you told your running back. Hey, we're running the football up the middle. Put 2 hands on the football. Make sure you don't lose it. Square it up. Let's try to let this clock tick down as much as possible. And you're in an opportunity where you can kick the walk-off game-winning field goal.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. And this one to put them on top, and it is getting late. It is perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.